I'd like to thank you all who spoke because you certainly gave a clear presentation of your thoughts on the bill than we've had today from the ministers and the bureaucrats. I want to just bring up with you one thing that was said when officials briefed the official opposition on the bill. They specifically were asked about the action plan which the bill mandates, and the official said, in the final analysis, there's no federal intent to seek consent before finalizing the action plan. Today, we re-asked the officials and who kind of were a bit less informative, but did not comment yay or nay on what we had asked. And as a matter of fact, when Senator Patterson asked a question and quoted the same official, Minister Lametti asked him, "What do you mean by consent?" So we don't have the same understanding and the same confidence as you all do that this is actually going to happen. Have you actually been told that what the federal view is, and do you agree with that interpretation and approach? From all three, if you like, or perhaps Chief Bellegarde would go first.
Well, thank you, Senator. Again, we have a couple of bills that are already have been done through co-development. C-91, the language bill, revitalization bill of that, and C-92, child welfare. And the national action plans will be jointly developed. And so once that's there in legislation, that's the key. It's legislated. You have to jointly work on this with the rights and title holders. So that's all I can say. So we have to hold them to that. Right now, there's nothing putting to the government's head. Once you have this legislation passed, we have another arrow in our quiver to shoot if need be. So I'll keep it short because I want my other colleagues to present as well.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chartrand?
Sure, thank you. Thank you, Senator Stewart. Clearly, from our position, whether the bureaucrats say there's no guarantees of consent to be achieved before moving forward on initiatives in this country, I think what people are missing here is that when you have this free and informed consent process and this United Declaration, it's actually set the framework for a real discussion to take place with those that are going to be affected on either side. So it gives you the opportunity now to get rid of all of these unknowns, because what really challenges Indigenous people today, especially when you come into our territory and our lands, is that it's imposed on us overnight. I'm opening a dam, I'm opening a mine, I'm taking over the forest, all these hectares are mine now. So it's never where all this discussion is pre-happening for at least a decade, because it should take a decade to make massive plans on the effects you're having. It's the future nuclear sites they're talking about in the prairies. So when you look at this concept, I think this consultation will have no choice. Consent is something.